Hey there, everybody! It's been a good number of days since we did some Trails in the Sky, but as you can see, we've returned, keeping these people trapped here, stuck behind us this entire time anyway, so, you know, some things have changed, some haven't. But yeah, so last time, we went and found the airliner that our father went missing on. And, yeah, so we are now, well, we know that they've gone and taken the passengers and hidden them someplace that is remote enough, but also small enough that the big airliner wouldn't be able to make it. And, so until we can get some more information, we've been asked to go and investigate a burglary that happened in the south block of town. So let's go and hunt for some clues. I can't believe these sky bandits managed to circumnavigate. They're going all the way around the globe. Managed to circumvent our search and just walked right into town and burglarized a bunch of places. We were really outdone this time. Looks like this store was hit by the burglars as well. I guess this isn't the time to be talking about business deals. Oh, hey, Cat. Yeah, we're dealing with the opposite of murder. Burglary. My factory and all of my goods, they're gone. I've got to report this to either the army or the Brewster Guild ASAP. Now just hold on a minute. If either of these groups saw what was written in that stolen ledger... Yikes, I'd be in a world of hurt. Yeah, who am I supposed to be reporting to? I'm asking you to look into things I'm choice but to allow it, but just don't get in the way of the army's investigation. Damn it. My shop got ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals. And they took off with every last one of my pricey goods, too. Why did this happen to me at the time when there was hardly any goods around to begin with? Yep, this is, Olivier. He is basically a musician from the neighboring empire of Erebonia. They were at Erebonia was at war with Liberal, just like 10 years ago, more or less. But this guy is basically the type of person who hits on anything that moves, and the first time we met him, he decided to break up an argument we were having with the army by breaking out into song. So... but yeah. Now we've got burglars running amok in the city. I swear, what's happened in Bose? I'm just glad they left his house alone, though I'm baffled as to why. They certainly did do their homework on this city. I was shocked when I heard about the South Block being hit by burglars. Murano's mother was here alone, you see. Fortunately, this house was untouched in the burglaries. But it's at times like these that it makes you feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I'm just glad Murano brought Simon over to watch the house. My day was pretty good. My brother had to stay home from work with a fever, so I was watching after him, but, like, it more or less was just, like, nothing really crazy going on. Yeah, I know, right? Seems a group of sky bandits in the old mine consisted of 2 females and a male. Rumor has it they've even gotten children mixed in. What? Those people weren't the sky bandits? Yeah, they thought that was us. We thought we were the sky bandits. So yeah, we went and found the airliner for them, and then because we think that the sky bandits have a mole in with the army showed up like right after we finished investigating the airliner, and they're like, I see, we found the criminals, and so they arrested us. And more or less, Olivier over here was in jail at the same time for basically going and drinking some really expensive vintage wine, like basically stealing it, and we were released by the mayor because we were investigating for her. But Olivier was well, he was released on the condition that he would go and help us with our investigation. The woman living here said that she had a precious memento taken by these crooks. Oops, me and my big mouth. Let's pretend I didn't tell you that. What I mean to say is, why don't you just ask her about it after I get done here? Oh. So yeah. Yeah, as cool as it would be to just be like, yo, we're breaking out, there's probably some important information we haven't gathered yet. We should continue to ask around a bit longer and see what we can come up with. Okay. But yeah, a way to sort of think about the situation right now, we've got the Bracers Guild that is tackling the problem with more or less wanting to rescue the people, and then we've got the army that's like, these sky bandits, we need to go and capture these sky bandits. So we're basically aiming towards the same thing, but our priorities are different. Are you the Bracers here to ask a few questions yourself? This is a mess for both of us, I tell ya. Okay. Where am I? I feel like there's a specific place I'm supposed to be investigating first. Who have I not talked to? What about over here? Here we go. Yay, this one turned out really cute. Neil, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we really got screwed, you know that? Good afternoon. Are you working on another story? It looks like you two are on the trail of the scoop again. Hey, it's you kids. Oh, Estelle, Joshua. Boy, am I glad to see they let you out of the clinker. Yeah, I heard all about you kids getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried. Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your information that led us to the at the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday. But it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. It really gets me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. It sure looks that way to me. It seemed that the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see. That does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to the witness statements, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence and the Bose marketplace are right through the west gate. And it seems that attacking those two places would have been far more lucrative. When you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivia Lenheim, a wandering bard and a gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Oh, right, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at that classy restaurant. It takes guts to stiff such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. You're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not even gonna ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Thanks to your shenanigans, the pages of the next issue are gonna be filled with some really gripping headlines. Let me know if you get any other scoops. The newest model of camera on display was stolen. Do you think those sky bandits have an interest in photography? Wow, it looks like the burglars made off with nearly everything. I could have sworn that my boss locked up last night. Alright, you guys finished questioning everybody already? Nope. Give me a second. So, wait, if... I don't think I talk... Yeah. More or less. Olivier is very much the kind of guy that follows his own passions and just kind of does whatever he feels like on the spur of the moment. Okay, let's see here. What am I missing? I think probably one of my biggest pet peeves is whenever a game just sort of like, go figure it out. It's like, okay, but how? I've done this section a bunch of times before, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what they're trying to get me to like look at or talk to. Yeah. I feel like there's probably some sort of like examine prompt that I'm missing. It's like that point in like adventure games where you more or less are just like looking for whichever pixel you're needing to go and like click on. You're just like hovering the mouse all over every part of the screen. Okay. What am I missing? Come on. What am I looking for? I can't even, like, leave the area either. So it's like, there is something here. You just need to find it. Yeah. Wait. What? So I need to come out from the front door? That's so specific. You there. What? Is something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you are all still civilians. We cannot have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems to be more like a threat. I'm saying you need to know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we've cleared out here. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no use arguing with these gentlemen. For an ass in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? Colonel, for a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens, this is an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracers Guild. Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned... Ah yes, the side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please, take your men and clear out. But sir... Your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that is a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish for me to address? No, sir. Alright, men, pack it up. We're returning to Hocken Gate. It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we just let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with this recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do what we can. He seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost time. It's almost the appointed time. Oh, already? Excuse me, it appears I must take my leave. Oh, but before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please do not hesitate to contact me. Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Neil was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp, young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division? Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. He seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army. Hey, you guys! Who was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could have sworn I'd seen him somewhere before. Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier. But what? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As fun as that would be, nope. He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says. To think that the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch him. Aye aye, sir. Although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Olivier? You look serious, and I gotta say, I find it kinda creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea. Alright, this one, right? Oh dear me. Weren't you the bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago? Oh, right, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you? Yes, this is a good time as any. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming from home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see. So, it was sky bandits then, huh? So you're saying, what you're saying is then that this house didn't incur any losses of any kind? Yes, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? If it was only that, then that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Cecile raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right. He loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday, he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back. Eh? So what you're saying is, he doesn't know anything about the incident? That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey, I'm home. Whew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. Okay. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? You see that old man? My goodness, woman. What kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, then it's you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can take off to do what he likes at times like this. What do you mean at a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Kuano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglaries? And by sky bandits? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think that they hightailed it out of there after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Oh, I guess they got the they got to experience the Cecile effect firsthand. What did you just say? Let's all calm down, shall we? But to think these sky bandits came in the night like they did and then just disappeared like that. I wonder if it has anything to do with that thing he was talking about the other day. He? What are you talking about? Oh, right, you don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn down the lake shore to the house staying at the inn down the lake shore at to the south of here. If I remember correctly, He said something about seeing a bunch of strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch. Now, this is really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that it's all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by a way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. However, he asked around at the inn in the morning, and it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yes, that is rather odd. So, was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quiet there, the meals are great, and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anybody. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Though there weren't any definitive clues related to this incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially like the one that described all the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're here to talk about. Although, I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone has been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the Sky Bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh, well, I guess that's one way of thinking about it. And in light of the series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the Sky Bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see. So what you're saying is we should be taking an offensive stance rather than a defensive one. Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of the Borough. Let's save it real quick now that that whole ordeal is done. Though I think... yeah, there is a person that we need to talk to for a quest. Okay. I didn't think I would end up like picking the right person like in one little bit after how long it took me for everything else. Let's see here. The ring is over here. Point ring taken by them. I don't care if the army or the Brazier Guild, I just want to see those burglars caught. If the Sky Bandits are on the loose, I don't think I can live without being in fear every day. Okay, so it's just if I find it, I just need to bring it back to her. Okay. Alright. Boop. Alright. Finally we can head out. So I'm going to, before we get to the inn, there is a tower near here. Surprise attack. Oh boy. But yeah, there's a tower near here that I'm going to swing by in just to go and get any chests. I don't think it's like a required area. Oh, that's right. I have a Petrify Quartz on Estelle now, so she has a chance of just literally turning enemies to stone every time she attacks. Oh, it dropped early. Huh. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a while. I do own it on the Switch. I picked it up pretty, within like the first week or so. But, I stopped playing roughly, around the time of, last year's Easter event, just because it was really frustrating getting all the eggs all the time. Take that. I played pretty much every Animal Crossing though. Like, I enjoy a lot of the aspects of them, but I'm not as big of a fan of like of going through it without time travel. Amberl Tower is this way. Oh, you start playing again. Okay. Oh my goodness. Stop like grazing one person. Yeah, no, I know you can still do time travel. It's just literally a matter of like playing and then kind of running out of things that you want to do. So, I'm not the type of player that goes like really crazy in depth with the customization side of things. Like I like a more like structured sort of play style rather than going and making a bunch of stuff. So, like for example, back when we all still lived together, and we shared like a world. My little sister and I would be playing on the same Animal Crossing town, and I basically would go and like get stuff and send it her way, and she'd be the one to actually go and design everything. Bugs, but green. Yo, these things are super weak to arts. Actually, can't I just... There we go. So yeah, I definitely enjoy Animal Crossing, and I get excited whenever like the like hype for a new game is coming out. But like I'm more into like the Stardew Valley types of like just sort of like living a fantasy life kind of deal. So I might end up doing something like either the the Harvest Moon game or Stardew Valley or something like that on this channel at some point. But let's just get all of these over here. No, I haven't. Is what's that one about?
Take that.
And bam. I hope these guys, they should, yeah, they're 200% weak to wind. There's no way they'd be reflecting it.
Alright, we're good to go.
Savory Pinion, alright. But less emphasis on farming. You're a builder and you help restore a town. Okay. Yeah, I've heard the name before. Just sort of like, because I think I remember at one point looking into a bunch of like similar type games, but never ended up playing any of them. Tear bomb. It's empty, but you know something carved on the bottom. It says the secret password is Chairman Meow. I see. Now the real question is, where is that password good for? Oh no, turtles. Do you have any? You do. Okay, good. Unleash the firebolt barrage. I like how Olivier just has like flat out like double the amount of EP as everyone else.
Seems you put up short.
I should probably give him a bit more speed so that he's not like lingering behind everyone when it comes to like using arts. Bell Tower. They are pink. Violet palms. Are they I don't feel like that's violet.
Take that. Enjoy the show.
You want to turn around, Turtle? Nope. Will crit give me any... 13 hull damage. Oh my. Reviving bomb. It's empty. Curses. Yeah, I'm actually excited for Rune Factory. What is it? 5? That's coming out in March. So I definitely think I'm probably gonna end up streaming that like day 1. Because I had a lot of fun with 4. So let's see here. Can I get... Yeah, it's one of those things where like I feel like it might be fun to see about playing one of the older ones as well. Though there I would need to go and figure out what the like machine they even run on. I also, like, at some point, like, I've played a lot of Disgaea, and I own Disgaea 1 and 2 on Steam, but I haven't actually gone and played them. Uh-oh. I can pretty much guarantee these guys are going to explode. Robber Trapper. Oh yeah, absolutely. One of the things I wish this guy was better about is in the post game, it just kind of feels like there's just like a crazy amount of grinding that they require for you to do any of the interesting stuff. Like, okay, good, you beat the game, now go and spend, like, you know, another 12 hours grinding before you can go and, like, see what any of the other wacky adventures are going to be like. I've beaten Disgaea 3 and 4. And 3 was my first one, and I really enjoyed it. I have Disgaea 5 on the Switch and started to play, but didn't end up finishing it. Part of that whole, like, I, you know, start and stop, like, games a lot. Who is this targeting? Uh-oh. He's down.
Not now.
Okay. Yo, I petrified the rock elemental, dude. How does that work? Yeah, I feel like Disgaea has a bad habit of being like lower anime cliches and going like too heavy into them. Like just sort of like letting that be the major characterization of a lot of people. What's nice about petrification is that they are considered dead in terms of the actual like if the only enemy left is petrified, then they're not, then the battle ends. And on top of that, it's got that old school Final Fantasy thing of like if you go and hit a petrified enemy, you have a chance of them just immediately getting like them just immediately dying.
Take that.
Joshua needs some health. Yeah, I think that, like, it definitely would take a lot to sort of impress me in terms of, like, what would make a good Disgaea game. Just because I feel like it's kind of a balance. Oh wait, I thought the battle was supposed to, oh whatever, he's dead. Either way.
We're good to go.
I might be thinking of with later games. Chainmail, okay. Let's get some heals. And that would be good. Okay. I don't trust this treasure chest. More! It's just one at least. There are no innocent chests. They're all waiting to hurt you. What is these guys' fascination with attacking Joshua? It's the only thing they ever want to do. I probably will end up getting the Sinnoh remake, I'll probably buy the Pearl one. I'm not super certain. Yeah, he does. But I'm not super certain about the Arceus one, just for the simple fact that like I feel like I want to go and see that its performance is going to be better than what they've shown already. Just because like I was made really wary by that first trailer that they did, and I don't have a lot of faith in Game Freak's abilities on the Switch, if I'm being honest. Like, it's like I'm sure that like if with enough time they'll get the hang of it and be able to like put together something really good. But like, I don't owe them any money. Like, you know, they like if the game doesn't look like it's going to like perform well in terms of like actual like, you know, running and stuff like that, then I'll probably just pass for a while. In general, though, like it's not like I'm like a Pokemon like hater or anything like that. I've literally played every generation and most of the spin-off games. Like I played most of them, like on release. But it's just like you want to make sure that like when you're spending money on a game that you're getting like your money's worth, and like yeah. I enjoyed Gen 8, but like I feel like Gen 8 as a whole was like my least interesting, or like the Pokemon game I was the least interested in actually playing more than once. Like I beat it like my first playthrough. Oh, hey Tascasita. Yeah. I feel like I enjoyed my first playthrough of it and like seeing the story and all that. But when it came to like playing through it again, normally that's when I go and do stuff like challenge runs or like really create like fun and interesting stuff. But like Gen 8 just kind of lacked like some, not really like a gameplay thing, but like there's just something missing that I couldn't really put my finger on. Like I owned the DLC for both, like both of the DLCs for Pokemon Shield, and like I cleared the first one, but like I didn't really do any of the like the ice one, and I'm not really interested in doing it either. Yeah, I don't necessarily have a problem with the friendly rival stuff. I feel like people are kind of chasing after the dream of Gary, but I feel like I just want like a well-written rival. Like there's a difference between like someone who is like expected to be your equal and someone who's like supposed to be your friend, and then there's people like Hop, who basically is like a pushover for most of the game, and both in like characterization and the way that he actually like fights. I like Bade, however you pronounce his name, more than Hop, just because he had an actual like interesting arc to go and follow. Like Hop did have an arc, but like it was more about just dealing with like the frustration of not doing great. Yeah. Seeing Bade just be like, this old lady is, you know, like forcing me to become a gym leader, and then him showing up at the end and basically being like, you know, let me represent what, you know, kind of like showing the progress that they've made, to me was a really interesting story bit. Well, that was the thing that they started with Gen 7. Like, Hal which like when I was playing Ultra Sun this past month, like how goes and picks whatever starter is weak to you. I mean, it is important to remember that like most of us are not the demographic that Game Freak is aiming for. Like we aren't like kids, and I think probably around the time that the 3DS era began is when they really started to shift their like focus on who they wanted to aim towards, on like who they're selling stuff. Because like if you look at Gen 5, right, both between Black and White 1 and 2, your character, like, they don't look like kids. Like you could even argue that like your character in Black and White 1 look like they should be like 16 or 17, which is way older than the like implied age of your characters in the other ones. So like I think that for a while they were kind of trying to like continue to like have the characters like grow and mature with the people who started back in Gen 1, but after a while their priorities changed or something, and like once you got to Gen 6, which was X and Y, that's when you started to have like your cavalcade of friendly rivals, and there wasn't really anyone who was like a real like threat. I mean, yeah, toy sales is definitely a big factor in that. Like Pokemon is like the most financially successful IP in the world, right? Like it's more than Mario, if I remember correctly, in terms of like actual like game sales and then merchandise. So yeah, X and Y were okay in terms of like story, but a lot of it was pretty contrived and just more or less like the most interesting thing to come out of X and Y was the whole like canon that like was supposed to annihilate all of the world and cause that one dude to become immortal and stuff like that. Like the greater lore implications of all that and the introduction of Mega Evolution is really, in my opinion, what people like care about from that game. But like beyond that, like it's kind of like a very forgettable generation, especially when you place it next to Sun and Moon. Like between like it being placed between Sun and Moon, and then the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, as well as like just looking back one generation, Black and White 2, which were really great. And like I don't know if you did that, like if you played those and saw the like tournament stuff in there where you could fight against gym leaders and champions from like previous generations. Like there was a lot of really cool stuff in those previous games. And then once we got to X and Y, like they're focusing on like, oh yeah, we're on the new console now, we're working on 3D, and it felt like most of their attention went towards actually building the game and didn't really perform well in terms of like everything else. They kind of got their act together once they did Sun and Moon and then ORAS, which is what I'm hoping will happen with what they do on the Switch next, because they're not Game Freak isn't the ones making the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I think they are the ones behind the Arceus game. So I do hope that means that like they have a better grasp of how the Switch works and will like not have the game tank in frames and all that other stuff. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, we've now made it to the lake, so let's read the cutscene. So this is the north shore of Valeria Lake, huh? It certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here. The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice, pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. You mean it's not? I, at least, intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking catnaps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what vacation is all about. Come on, everyone, I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation at any time, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even if I, Olivia Lenheim, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think this has anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. I guess the guest who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? Oh yeah, so I have good news since while we were talking about Pokemon. My brother is really good at repairing consoles and doing modifications and stuff like that. And so I talked before about trying to go and get a capture card for Nintendo DS, and I've basically I've gotten him on the job of going and putting that all together. So we've already ordered the DS as well as the actual capture card, so it's being sent to him. And then once it arrives, probably sometime in the next week or so, he's going to put it together, and we'll be able to start streaming DS and Game Boy Advance games. So when that time comes, I plan on probably I'm still going to be doing 2 streams of Trails in the Sky and then Symphonia during the week, but I'll either do impromptu streams or just have the Sunday stream be I'm going to be starting with Pokemon White. I'm going to be doing a Nuzlocke with that, and then probably do some of my favorite DS games and some GBA games as well, Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced is a really fun game. There's the Mega Man Battle Network series. Yeah, I'll definitely be down for recommendations. So there's a bunch of games that I like, but I am I don't want every game I stream just to be something that I have a bunch of experience with. Because there is fun in going and seeing something for the first time and seeing somebody else's experiencing that for the first time. So as long as the recommendations aren't super expensive to go and get, or as long as people aren't hey Ryder, I said you should go and play this. Why haven't you played this yet? I need you to go play it. Come on, when you gonna do it? Chop chop, go play it. So my mother and I come here every year on vacation around this time. It's a tradition in our family. My mother seems to look forward to it every time. I feel kind of bad for my father though. He always gets left behind. The Kingfisher Inn in Bose and the Maple Leaf Inn in Zeus are my favorite places to stay. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How do I put it? We're looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everyone who stays here loves to fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have any clue who that might be? Oh, are you talking about old man Kuano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think it must be Lloyd. Lloyd? I heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. It seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there. I'm glad that you got the video working this time. He seems like a pretty amazing guy. Do you know where we might be able to find him? He's out dropping a line somewhere, of course. If I remember right, he should be out on the back pier. Yeah, what's funny is there's actually like a protagonist later on whose name is Lloyd. Like, and so I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, Lloyd? Why is he here? Isn't he supposed to be in Crossbell? My man is like, not only will I go and, you know, arrest people as you know, cop man. Yeah, and then we've got freaking Lloyd over from Symphonia. Like, this is this is just going to be nothing but Lloyd's. Officer Jenny in name only, I'd say. Alright, so back pier, probably down over here. Excuse me? Are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City? Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing. It looks like this is where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Olivia leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? Where'd you come from? That was a dirty trick for you to play on them, Olivier. Yes, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was focused upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. But how'd you know my name? We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see. So you heard from Mr. Kuano, did you? Yeah, I saw the strange pair about 2 nights ago. I knew it. Could we get you to fill us in a little bit more on the details? Before that, are y'all I'm turning this man southern. I can't help it. Before that, are all of you bracers or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired and after a day of battling it out with the lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night, and it was about time where everyone in the inn was sleeping in their beds. I can't help it. Now, hold on a minute. What do you mean by the lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. The guardian is a giant salmon that swims in the murky depths of Valyria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among the fish lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. The funny thing is I'm pretty sure this region is based off of France, so it should be way different accent. It looks like you've thrown a log into the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish, like you say? It'd be like, oh, you bet your last meal it is, and I have been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Lake Valyria, and changes its feeding spot on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it appears in these parts, so I come running from the Royal City. Now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such. In your case, steel is a bit more accurate. How about we get back to our story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night? Oh, right. I had returned to the boat, and was on my way to the inn, when I saw a odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road in the middle of the night? Yeah, no doubt about it. They headed out on the New Ansel path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Though, maybe I've seen a couple of ghosts or something. Ghosts? There are ghosts that come here? Just so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. They might have been two lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them. Don't tell me any more! Oh, brother. A bracer that's afraid of ghosts, the guild is doomed. Not to mention her habits of always waiting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold. You'd better watch out because this kitten likes... This little kitten bites! Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. Ghosts of Lloyd's Past, yeah, they're all just a bunch of Lloyds. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. But it looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform. A school uniform? It couldn't be. It wasn't one from Genus Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looks exactly like the same one she wears. I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally on her trail. Wait, so she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they will regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep, we'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it. Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are. Oh, I see. Thanks for that's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that it's off my chest, I feel like taking a bow out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you youngins to your work. Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut. He mentioned something about a fisherman's guild too. I wonder what kind of group that is. So, how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Cher explained that they encountered Josette and Roland. I see. This seems to be the person in question, all right. Which means that tonight is the night, Yeah. It looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. Alright, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. Alright, I believe... So, if I remember correctly, I have plenty of time for the stolen ring, and... this is already completed, so I can turn that in whenever. So, I believe this is going to be one of those, like, finish up everything you need to do before you get the room kind of deals. Let me get some water. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything we haven't taken care of, we'd better do it now. I don't want to head back to Bose after we've gotten a room. I guess you're right. Get a room. Alright then. Please come with me. I'll show you to your room. I think my mic picked up that chip. This is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite the nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back at home. Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? What a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest while you can. That's part of a bracer's job, too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Olivia's just like, time to get my cronk on. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line into water. And how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you gonna do, Joshua? Let's see. It's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in that chair and relax. How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. Let's see here. I think I have to actually go inside and rent the rod, I think. So all you need to do is ask. Okay. I'm asking. Sherazade and Olivia are having a drink of chilled fruit wine together. Shara, should you start drinking again when it's only noon? No matter how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right? Don't worry, this stuff is just like water. Estelle, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand your concern for Shara, but you can leave her to me. Actually, Shara's not the one I'm concerned about. I invited Shara for a friendly drink and she readily agreed. It seems as though she's finally been taken in by my charm. That brash self-confidence may cost you your life. By the way, Estelle, what happened to Joshua? Did he dump you or something? Yeah, actually he did. Really? I invited him to come fishing with me, but he brushed me off for a book. Don't you think that's a little cold-hearted? What? That's it? You had me going there for a minute. Okay. Where are the fishing lines? Aren't you going to fish? That pier looks like a nice spot. How about you try too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know. Just not as good as you. I think I'll sit here and watch it if all the fishing practice has paid off. Okay, where are the rods? Yes, this looks good. Definitely the best spot. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. I wonder if someone in the inn has a spare I can borrow. Now will you let me ask for a fishing pole? There we go. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. They're right over here, and they're free to use for anyone lodging here. Wow, really? Score! Progressive rod. This is a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everybody. Alright then, I'll put it to good use. Please enjoy yourself. Yeah, actually one of the running sort of themes in all the Trails games is that every single one of the protagonists likes to fish. Just so they can have fishing in the game. I don't think the fishing happens as much in this one, but I know in the sequel, it's got fishing spots all over the place. Let's see, from this pier, which would be the best place to drop a line? West around the pier, to the south where the sun is hitting the water, the east where the shade reaches. Let's do the shade. Right around here looks nice. Come on, fishy fishies. Now, what should I do about bait? Let's use a fly. Alright, let's sit back and relax and see what comes up with. Sweet, I got a bite! Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? Reel it in all at once, wait a bit before reeling in, wait until it gets tired before reeling it in. Alright, let's see what we got. Reeled in a tiger rockfish. Wow, this one's a biggie. I believe a little bragging may be in order. Let's see, what should I do now? I think this is literally, I can just kind of do it as much as I want. If I remember correctly. Spelt. little fishy. Joshua's gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Should I just eat it now to hide the evidence? I'm gonna eat the fish raw. Fishing simulator, yeah. Honestly, that is definitely a common thing in RPGs. Oh no, I can see the edge of the map. Sashimi. I have had sashimi before. It was definitely an experience, not something you want to do without having some wasabi to disinfect it. Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua, look what I caught! Huh? Joshua? What's this? The book 100 Days War seems to have been left on the table. Estelle picked it up. I wonder if Joshua just forgot this. For being so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. I'm guessing the pier? That seems like a good place to hang out. Yep, there we go. Hey there, laddie! What are you doing whittling away in the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing, or are you heading back into battle? No, I've had my fill. I'm sure it sure has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. Estelle held out the book she found on the table. Bye, Tascasita. You have a good night. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd walk for a change of pace. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I might not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is the Whereabouts of Light good enough for you? Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry. Mm. So you're not going to ask? About my past, I mean. We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like that's like such a big deal anymore. Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day, your father came home with this beat-up kid. Some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that? Well? It seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. Hmm? And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you've also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield. Now wait a minute. And you're caring and lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kind of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you, you know that? It's been like this since the first time we met, and you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add. Did I really do that? Yeah, injured and all, more than once. I'm sure it was just a bit of childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces. Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Let's make sure we resolve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now. Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill, so we're ready for tonight. Alrighty. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua. Oh, right. I'm actually done with it. At this point, it would just end up bulk weight. I wonder what I should do with it. It looks like a pretty difficult book, but do you think if I spent some time with it, I'd understand? I'm sure you'd be fine. There's already a lot of the stuff you know in there anyway. So, do you want to take a stab at it, Estelle? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Alright. Fellow out, I'm begging you. I can't take another drink. Wow, I just reconsidered my opinion of you, Olivier. It's pretty rare for anyone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shara. Well, didn't the two of you come at a good time? How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right? We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no. Come on, you two. What can I say? When I say let's drink, we drink. You're going to make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me. Oh great, she's already reached stage 2, rage mode. Don't worry, Shara. Olivier said he's good for a couple more rounds. How about having him keep you company? What, so you can still drink more, can you? Yeah. Joshua, how could you just give me to her like that? I can't. Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy? I don't know, should I? You're like a little demon and acute at that same time, too. At least the fish are polite here. I guess he'll be just fine. How about we sit at the counter? I'd hate to bother the two of them. Right, good idea. Please, Chera, I'm pleading with you. You and the fish, don't pour me another glass. Ooh. Olivier died that night. Ooh. Oh. Ah, he's totally plastered. It looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything couldn't stand up to a drunken Shara. Oh wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while. And you're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you haven't had some kind of special training, Shara? It could have been that all that bizarre liquor I drank when I was in the troop. You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them. I might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows. Somehow I don't think that's the case. By the way, what do you plan on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is. Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now, and we wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high possibility that we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. And getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it wouldn't be a good idea. Don't tell me you got Olivier drunk so he wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you? Well, of course I did. And he'll thank me in the long run too. After his raging hangover anyway. And so that whole time, you were just toying with him, weren't you? Let's see, it's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn. Don't skirt around the issue, Shara. Quiet you. For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier. Understood. Alright then, let's go. Sorry, Olivier, we're not letting you come to the boss fight. You can't come along. You must be... We're just gonna knock you out real quick. I don't see anyone. I don't know what kind of business those siblings could have had here, but do you think they'll really show up again? There's no guarantee, of course, but if Lloyd's information has anything to do with it, my best guess is that they'll be here. However, if we move around too much, there's a possibility we'll be seen and they'll take off. Since the Sky Bandits are supposed to come from the road, it might be a good idea to watch the area. Right, so where should we watch from? We need a place where we can see the road without being noticed ourselves. A place like that would be ideal. Probably... I think there's a balcony? Over here? Here we go. Hey, what's that? Sure enough, there they are. Well, looks like we're a little early, huh? Yeah, seems that way. You know, if this were the middle of the day, we would have gotten ourselves a bite of eat on the way. Quit talking nonsense. We're outlaws, remember? Now let's hurry up and get moving. Ah, wait for me, Kyle. I should have known it'd be them. It looks like they're headed for the far pier. I wonder what they intend to do. Shall we take a look and find out? Let's try to get as close as we can without being noticed. I should have figured they wouldn't be here yet. They always come exactly on time. I really hate those guys. They act like they're superior, and to be honest, they're kind of scary. No doubt about it. They're a bunch of They're quite the clandestine bunch. But there's not much we can do about it. This is an order from Dawn. This seems to be a good place. Yeah, we can hear every word they're saying too. Hey, Kyle. Don't you think Dawn's been acting a bit strange recently? It's not like him, if you ask me. You know, the whole hijacking airliners thing. Well, I admit it was lucrative. Now we've got the army clamping down on us at full scale. Not to mention those annoying bracers are involved. He's gone and taken hostages and demanded a ransom in return. No matter how I think about it, it seems like Dawn has gone way overboard this time. In the end, you'll always be just a girl. Deep down, you're just not cut out to run with the bad crowd. Excuse me? Okay, maybe not the best wording, but I mean it as a compliment. If things are getting too tough for you, you always are welcome to try and salvage a life back home. It shouldn't be too hard to get by as long as you don't set your sights too high. Although, admittedly, it is a bit colder than liberal. Don't you think you... do you think you can just treat me like a kid and not get, and I'm not going to get angry? I'd like to see you get by without me, with what with your crap cooking and all, not to mention the laundry. Do you really want to go back to burnt toast and turning your underwear inside out? Ugh. Okay, I see your point, but I really am sick of toast, burnt or otherwise. But anyway, think about what I said before it gets too late to back out. Now, getting back to what you said earlier, I do have to agree that Don has been acting pretty weird. Does he expect us to keep fighting for ransom? We should take what we can get. And I'd like to believe that Don is smart enough to see that. Don't you think he started acting strange about the time that guy showed up? That's the only thing I can think of as to why he started acting like this. Yeah, he was the one who introduced us to the other guys, too. He might have even gotten Don to buy up into his ideas. Who is that guy and he? There's certainly a good question. Huh? What's that over there? What's what? It looks like whoever it was they were waiting for finally showed up. It's a boat. It looks like you made it. On time as usual, huh? Huh. You could have come a little early for a change, or even late. Definitely not my type, that's for sure. Say what you will, but we're trained to be punctual. Now, if that displeases you, then let me offer my sincerest apology. Relax, I was just being sarcastic. Now I know you guys are definitely not the type I want to be around. Enough already, we don't have time for that. Now, how about we get down to business? Have there been any other developments since last time? Yes, in fact, Her Majesty has finally made a move. She intends to contribute to the ransom from her own assets. Seriously? We're gonna get paid out of the Queen's own pocket? I guess we're pretty close to getting the money then, right? How about the Royal Army? Is there any indication that they've figured out where our hideout is? Not yet, but it's only a matter of time until they do. We've received reports that members of the Bracers Guild are on the move as well. At any rate, on the morning of the payoff, you'll need to leave your hideout behind. Yeah, no problem there. We'll just happen to run into the temporary shelter by chance. Don shouldn't have any regrets about it either. There are way too many suspicious types involved in this. What do you want to do, Shara? Should we storm in, shoot them all, let Adios sort them out? I have a much better idea. A better idea? Those two siblings appearing here means that the Sky Bandit's airship is parked somewhere nearby. There's not much we could do if they got away, so how about we try taking that out first? I see. Taking away their means of escape, right? I'm down for it. How about you, Joshua? Joshua? Oh, right. Take out the airship first, right? I think that's a good idea, too. What's wrong? Your face looks really tense all of a sudden. It's nothing. Yeah, I'm sure it's just my mind playing tricks on me. We don't have much time. We've got to get out into the road and start looking for the airship before they finish their meeting. Alright. Airship hunting. Oh, it's pretty big. I'm sure it wouldn't be too crazy. The party took to the road in search of the location of the airship. And... in front of the tower. So they're parked in front of Amberl Tower, huh? This is definitely the perfect place to land since it's off the main road. Isn't the Amberl Tower supposed to be just like Esmeralda's Tower? Yes, it's one of the ancient ruins referred to as a tetracylindrical tower. So what do you want to do, Shara? Should we subdue them? That's one way to go about things. but there's more than double their numbers since the last time we encountered them. Don't worry, even with twice as many guys, there's no match for us. So how about we take them all on at once? I don't think that's the best way to go about things. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I'll keep it down or they're gonna hear you. Well, isn't this a surprise? I can't believe you're standing here after that state you were in before. Your tolerance is impressive. Who do you think you're talking to? Rather than miss a minute of your fair company, I dutifully puked my guts out and dumped a bucket of cold water over my head. Voila! Good as new. Good to go. I don't know about that. I think I hear your liver screaming somewhere in there. That's some serious tenacity. Come on, I couldn't let you enjoy all the fun yourselves, right? I had just come out of the inn when I saw you guys hit the road, so I came running from behind to catch up with you. I guess I went a little too easy on you. Maybe I should have had you down all that brandy at once. You'd have put me to sleep for good if you'd done that, Shara. But anyway, finding the Sky Bandits here would lack finesse, don't you think? I don't think that's the issue here. No, I'm serious. Even if you subdued them all and managed to arrest the two siblings, there's still a chance they won't tell you where their hideout is. And they might even use the hostages as leverage to demand their release. Well, there is a risk involved with whatever course of action we take. Or do you have a good plan on how we can avoid taking such a risk? Oh, boy, do I ever. Listen up carefully. Okay. But if you blow my ear, I'm seriously gonna punch your lights out. Ciao, Giuseppe! It's good to see you made it back. I didn't think you'd be gone for so long. So, talks took longer than expected, huh? Yeah, we're nearing an end to it with our negotiations. We also managed to get a great deal of information about what's going on with the Royal Army. So what you're saying is... Yep, we'll begin the ransom money within a few days. We'll finally be one step closer to making our dream a reality. We did it! Sweet! Cool it down, guys. It's a little too early to be getting excited. Yes, yeah. For the moment, we need to get back to the hideout and report to Dawn. Alright, everybody, pack it up and let's get out of here. Roger that. The temperature outside is 69.8 degrees with 15% humidity. There is a south-southwest wind blowing at a speed of 12 arch. There are no orbital reactions in the surrounding areas. It seems like the army isn't patrolling here. Activate the orbital engine and begin transmitting orbital energy to each section of the airship. Aye, sir. Orbital engine activated. Transmission of orbital energy to all sections underway. Orbital floater started. Orbital driver started. Stabilizers all green. Alright. Liftoff. Aye, aye, sir. I feel like turning on the high beams might not be a good idea if you're trying to be undercover. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Set the drive rate to 40% and maintain cruising speed. However, make sure that we can switch to battle speed at any time. Aye, sir. It looks like we'll be making it back before morning. Yeah. I'm ready for some serious shut-eye myself, but I've got to report to Dawn first. Huh. Did you hear something just now? Nah, I didn't hear anything. That's odd. I could have sworn it came from below deck. Maybe it's just a mouse or something. There's definitely nothing behind the stairs. I'll just have to clean up the place when I find some free time. Oh, the Misty Valley. So they were here. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We're in. Oh, boy, am I tired. Ever since we came here with my night and day have been completely reversed. Yeah, just got to tough things out a little longer and then we can say goodbye to this horrible life. With Dawn as our leader, we can't go wrong. But don't you think Dawn's been acting a little strange lately? I mean, he's kind of scary to talk to these days. How about you knock that crap off? If College Rosette heard you talking like that, they'd beat you upside the head. But it's just that I'm sure you're just tired from the lack of sleep. Let's hurry up and finish up here and get some rest. You're welcome to take a rest if you like. Huh? You're those... You're too late. Ambush time. Miss. Petrify. Aww. Yes, that guy's stunned. So, one of the cool things about that stun effect, in later games, if you attack somebody while they're stunned, it's an auto crit. And of course that applies if they do it to you. Yeah, you have to be careful with status effects.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Poison! Nice. Whew. It looks like we were able to get in here without any trouble. I'm amazed that this little plan actually worked. I guess we all have to thank you for this time. But seriously, I was getting pretty nervous. I wasn't sure what we were going to do if we got caught stowing away. Well, even if we were discovered, we'd just have to take control of the airship. And we would have had an advantage fighting against this lot in those tight quarters. Superior numbers mean nothing without space to maneuver in. Olivia, so you thought that far ahead, taking in all those factors into account, huh? Not in a million years. Are you kidding me? I simply thought it would be fun to infiltrate an enemy base. I think it would have been better off if you said nothing at all. Give the guy a break. At least we were able to get in here without an incident. Anyway, this looks like somewhere in the Nebel Valley. Nebel Valley? Like the one in the border between Bose and Roland? Well, that explains why it's so misty outside. And this is definitely terrain that covered with extreme differences in height which prevent the landing of any large aircraft. It looks like your guess was right, Shara. Yes, well, it didn't seem to help us much in getting here. But anyhow, we don't have time to be hanging around here. We'll need to subdue the Sky Bandits and ensure the safety of the hostages being held captive. And of course your father, Cassius, too. Right. Understood. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Do I want to reduce attack to give you... How much attack is lost? Yeah, I'm giving you poison. Alright, there we go. Alright. This is the finale of this chapter. Let's go. Sarah, you seem to have a weird little chicken ram in your base. Don't worry, we'll clean it up for you. Bam. So just barely not enough to go in Oko with the fireball.
Take that. Take.
I'm hoping these guys will give me some fire sepith. Rat poison. Bam.
Bloody nice.
Juicy bone, tender poultry. Yeah, we got chicken. It kind of bothered me that these tiny chests aren't actually chests. Scorpion! The chest is already empty, you double dipper. I think Scorpion is... Wait, actually, isn't it a gun? No. Right. It is a whip. Good to know. EP charge. The chest is empty. Makes you want to cry, doesn't it? Jeweled ring. Oh, that's what the lady's looking for. The chest is empty. How tragic. The voice of some men can be heard. It sounds like some of the grunts. Shall we rush the room? Let's get them. Huh? Oh, you guys new around here? Like in your freaking dreams. Are you guys for real? But if you're not new here, then who are you? What? Aren't you supposed to be intruders? Bingo! We're with the Bracer Guild. I think it would be best if you surrendered. But forget that! We won't give up without a fight! These guys just legitimately were like, yo dude, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to the Sky Bandits. They're such a friendly bunch. Goodness. One more good hit should take out a good chunk of them. Give me all of your fire, Sepith. It belongs to me now. Petrified. Look at all that fire, Sepith. Isn't it glorious? Ugh. Alright, now where are the hostages? If you don't start talking, there's going to be some serious consequences involving a whip. Do what you want with us. We're not going to talk. Oh, is that so? Let me handle this, Estelle. Sure. Can't say I didn't warn you guys. Ah! Honestly, I'm being quite gentle with you. Don't think for a second you're allowed to pass out. But if you start talking, maybe I'll be kind enough to let you. Yikes! They're down below. Some of our crew are guarding them. Very good. Now where are your leaders? Kyle and Gisette, right? Forget it, lady. Do your worst. No one's going to tell you where they are. So the hostages are one thing, but you're not going to sell your bosses, I guess there's only one thing left to do. Yo, whip this man into a bunk. Holy Stragus, Cher is as unforgiving as ever. This? No, I've been far more unforgiving. Any masochist would be thrilled to make your acquaintance, Shara. And my whip would be thrilled to make yours. Maybe another time. It looks like the hostages are being held down below. Let's hurry. What the? Yikes, what the heck is that thing? And you? Yo, Joshua is dodging really well today. Except for that time he died earlier, but like, you know, who's keeping track?
Seems you came up short.
Didn't get petrified. That's lame. Oh well. And bang.
Enjoy the show.
I did enjoy the show. Anyone have a clue as to what this place is? It's way too big for these bandits to have built it, and it seems pretty ancient. It almost feels like a stronghold of some sort, and I agree, this place is pretty old. I wonder if people used hidden forts like this one as hideouts back then. As far as I've heard, the turmoil following the Great Collapse continued on for several hundred years. So it doesn't seem that strange to me that something like this is still around. The Great Collapse? The collapse of the ancient Sumerian civilization which existed more than 1200 years ago. It's said that a huge natural catastrophe wiped them out. Oh, you mean like Professor Alba said before? I'll tell you what though, for being in a place this hard to find, someone's got some seriously bad taste in hideouts. Not to mention, there are all sorts of monsters lurking around in here, too. I wonder if this is how all men like to live. Shara, just what kind of men are you hanging out with? That's a good question. Stregas! Yo! Yo, these new Stregas? Ah, I already had these Stregas, okay. I could use that accessory to go and apply wind element to everybody, or rather to like whoever I equip it to, but I feel like it's gonna get me into more trouble than it's worth. What is your ultimate again? Okay, so it is an AoE one. Good to know. There we go. I think we might end up having all 200s in terms of, well, no, Cher won't get that far. But Joshua and Estelle might end up having 200 craft points by the time we get to the boss.
99.
Bear Assault. Is that like armor? What the heck is a Bear Assault? It's a gun. What kind of name of a gun is Bear Assault? I named this gun after my favorite pastime, assaulting bears in the woods. Yo, petrification, let's go! Yeah, that one just exploded. There we go.
99.
Clear gelatin. I feel we're getting close. Just barely survived, but Joshua's at cap. That's good at least. There we go.
Oh, are we done already?
That's just a weird monster corner. Okay. This bit right here looks suspicious. The voice of some men can be heard. I can hear somebody talking again. Should we rush the room? Who are you guys supposed to be? Bracers? How'd you get in here? It looks like the hostages are being held in the room just beyond here. I think it's time you surrendered quietly or else. Don't kid yourself! Let's get him! These guys aren't quite as surprised. Let's focus down on one dude. Good thing is, with the knockback, half the group won't be able to get to the party. Or at least it looks like just one person. Never mind, I'm wrong. And that's one. Surrender your fire, Sepith, and you may live. Ooh, please let me flicker 3 dudes. Yes! Alright, there's a max. And you are done for. And whoop, you're down. You missed a stealth. That's gotta be rough.
Enjoy the show.
More. And more poison, good. What's going on down there? It seems a bit loud for an internal squabble. Is everyone alright? We're with the Bracer Guild and we've come to rescue you. Seriously? We're saved! We've taken care of the guards, so you don't need to worry about anything for the moment. Really? We've been saved? I'm Grant, the captain of the airliner Lind. I don't know how to express my gratitude for what you've done for us today. You can thank us after we've gotten you out of here. By the way... It doesn't look like he's here. Who? Are these all the hostages? Yes, that's correct. This is everyone who was on the Lind, including crew and passengers. That can't be right. Wasn't there a man by the name of Cassius Bright on the flight? He's a member of the Bracer Guild. Cassius Bright. I do remember hearing that name somewhere. Captain, isn't he the passenger? You know, the one who got off right before we left? Right, now that you mention it, there was a passenger who did get off. What do you mean? Well, there was this one passenger who disembarked the airliner right before we took off. A man who had been on board since the Royal City, and he did seem to have such a name, if I remember correctly. What? But his name was on the passenger list. Well, since he got off right before we departed, there wasn't any time to change the documents. This would have been handled had we arrived in Roland, but we were attacked by the Sky Bandits en route, and things were left as they were. So that's what happened, huh? I thought it would have been awfully strange if Dad had been captured by the Sky Bandits. Well, it looks like our questions have finally been answered. How ironic. Now wait just a minute! Then, just what is Dad doing? With something this big going on, why hasn't he contacted us? Calm down, Estelle. I know you're curious about to know as I am, but thinking about it now isn't going to get us anywhere. Our focus needs to be on securing the safety of the hostages. Okay, you're right. I guess I'll just have to forget about it for now. Listen, everyone, we are now going to go after the Sky Bandit leaders and arrest them. I know how you all must feel, but I need you to sit tight a little bit longer. We'll be waiting here. Good luck. If that's the case, prepare for the worst. Our lives are in your hands. In other words, don't let us down. Leave everything to us. Alrighty. So yeah, Dad was not on the air ship that went missing. Seemed to have gotten off right before it left. So, does leave the question of what he's doing. Rock wall at the end of the passage. Is this a dead end? No, it looks like there's something here. Shall we try pushing on it? We're outside! This was a secret door? This is quite a neat little trick there. I wouldn't expect anything less from a secret fortress. This looks like it's the corner of the Nebel Valley. Shara, should we help the hostages escape first? No, we need to take out the Sky Bandit boss first. If we were attacked while we're attempting to escape, there'd be no way we'd be able to protect that many people. Alright, good night, Cat. You have a good night's rest. Probably gonna be going for another half hour or so. Oh, that's true. Well, then how about we get back in there and have a face-to-face chat with the gentleman running this fine operation? Voice break could be heard. Is this? Yeah, it looks like the Skyband's boss room. Not yet. Let us make sure. Top everyone off. Save. Here we go.
Blah! So the Queen's gonna pay out for the ransom, is she? Now we can finally say goodbye to this meager living.
Don't get careless, bro. We haven't got the money in hand yet. Yeah, we'll decide on a plan on how to let Yeah, and we'll need to decide on how to let the hostages go.
Let the hostages go? Now hold on a minute. Why do we have to bother with that?
But
once we get our mirror, we'll just kill them all and be done with it. We've no need to leave them alive.
Don? You're joking, right?
They know exactly what we look like, remember? Even if we left Laburo for good, we could still be tracked, right?
But there are old people and kids among them. Do you really intend to kill them all?
I swear, no matter how old you get, you never grow up. This isn't playtime, get it?
But I'm sorry to say this, bro, but I'm against killing the hostages too. Adios will never forgive us if we do that. And I don't want to get our home back with Mira stained in blood of innocent people.
Kyle, since when did you become the boss around here?
Huh?
I think it's about time you learned your place.
Gah! Kyle?
Who cares about our old home? With this kind of mirror coming in, what could you possibly want with our old worthless land? We're gonna blow all this cash somewhere near the southern resort and enjoy the good life for a while.
What did you just say?
Once we run out of mirror, we'll just hijack another ship. This is gonna be the future of the Kapua Sky Bandits now.
Don, what happened to you? What in ideal's name happened to you? Sorry to interrupt, but could we have a little bit? Could you have your family feud a little later? You again? Bracers, why are you here? How can you say something so heartless? Especially after you gave us the lift here in your own airship. Impossible! What are you talking about? It can't be. You had your airship sitting in front of the Amber Tower, right? We just slipped in when you weren't looking and hid in the cargo hold. In other words, we stole a ride from a bandit. Take that! For a dimwit, you've really outdone yourself this time. Who are you calling a dimwit? You two-faced tomboy? What'd you just call me? You bimbo, airheaded brute. Just try and say that again. Alright. Enough of the bickering between you two. We've liberated the hostages and defeated the other members of your group. So it looks like all that's left is you three. In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. It would be best not to resist. Man. Crap.
Kyle, Josette, what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Don.
That's okay. I'll forgive you just this once. Once I kill them, that'll be that.
What?
What a bunch of fools you are. To think with that pitiful number of people that you could ever capture the Don Kapua. I have a freaking bazooka!
Ah! Look at how effortlessly he handles that lower cannon.
Kyle, Josette, it's time to hunt some game. And I like my sport bloody.
Alright. Let's get working. These guys are probably going to be immune to most elemental stuff. Or not, status effects. Just a bomb of some kind. Okay.
Pay attention or I'll hit you.
And at least Rage worked on the brother. No bomb for you.
Let's do this!
There's one. Alright.
Let me show you the true essence of beauty.
I don't think I'm gonna let you do that. Bye-bye.
Here I come.
Almost got him. Okay. The rage is over, which means you can target other people, but I think it's too late for him. If he survives Joshua's craft, then... There we go.
Alright, we're good to go.
Yeah! Olivia leveled up. These guys are tough. So this is the strength of a bracer, huh? Crap, how could I lose to this girl? And that's how it's done. Have you learned your lesson yet? Now that this has all been settled, I'm going to ask that you surrender nicely. Any more trouble out of you, and well, you know what'll happen, right? Scheherazade stroked your whip and smiled at Josette. Yikes, no, anything but that. Why me? Why'd I have to go down like this?
What's going on? I heard all over. When did I get an orbital cannon? What the heck?
Bro? Don?
Oh, Gisette, are you back from Roland already? If you're back this quickly, then I guess things didn't work out, huh?
Eh?
Don't try to cover it up. If you've had enough, then how about leaving the breadwinning to us men? We probably won't be able to earn a whole lot, but be patient.
Don, what are you talking about? Did you hit your head, bro? Josette came back from Roland like forever ago. I went to pick her up right after we attacked the airliner.
What? Attacked an airliner? What's all this crazy talk? We never do anything like that.
Huh? What's this guy talking about? I don't think he's trying to cover his butt. I think he really doesn't know.
Come to think of it, who are these strangers? Don't tell me they're new recruits.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but we're not. We're with the Bracers Guild.
Huh? What are a bunch of bracers doing up here?
This guy's completely lost his marbles. What an interesting turn of events. Whether you've forgotten or not, you're still under arrest. You're charged with hijacking an airliner, hostage taking, demanding a ransom, and other such offenses.
Hijacking an airliner, hostage taking, and demanding a ransom? Kyle, Josette, tell me all this is some kind of joke.
Don, I think that's my line. But thanks to you, bro, we've finally got a chance to escape. Ow! Ah! Oh, hell's not again. Hey, Kyle? We'll talk about this later. We gotta just focus on getting out of here. I'm never going to get the smell out of my hair. Let's hurry up and get out of this room. Which way did they go? They went up. They're going to try and escape in their airship. After tracking them this far, we can't get them to get away. We gotta catch them. Right. Understood. I made it out alive. Oh, what a tragedy this has become. My delicate nasal cavity. Hey, Olivia, we better hurry or we're gonna leave you behind. Oh, wait for me. Reviving bomb. Treasure is offended that you have returned. Was the first time not good enough for you? Alright, we gotta chase him down. You're not getting away. Hold it right there, you! You're not getting past us! You guys are back for more from taking all a righteous beating like that? That's what I call tough. If you don't want to move, then we're gonna force our way through. Oh boy. I'm out of EP. Oh, I should have healed. Okay, let's get a hurricane in. Oh, good, one got petrified. Yeah, that's not up ready yet. At least this will give us more fire, Sepith. Crap. Just a little more. There we go.
99.
Let's use this EP charge on Joshua, because I need his aerial to speed things along if there's more fights. Oh. Alright, Sepith up! Give us some with every little tick of it hitting, which is nice. Thing just likes Mario hopping on people.
Take that.
And it's petrified. Alright, game.
We're good to go.
Now here's more. Don't think you're going up any further. Take the hostages and go! So, you're back for more, huh? When will you learn? What are you trying to do? Buy time for your leaders to escape? Huh, they've done a lot for us over the years. Now it's time to return the favor. Man, they just love targeting Joshua. You just got in. You got poison quartz on, huh? Just great. There we go.
That's that. Let's move it.
We got a lot of poison quartz. Okay. I think we're almost out. I don't think there's any more of them blocking the way, right? Oh, there's more. Alright. This should be the last one. Rule of threes and all that. And hurricane. Just hit all of them. Yo, we got petrify, that's good. It's like they're trying to make up for all the fire steps they didn't give me up until now. And alley-oop. Barely alive. Oh, Cher leveled up, great. Alright, and lot here. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, they got caught. Huh? What's this? How'd the army find out about this place? That liar, things weren't supposed to go down like this. Hey, get your dirty mitts off me.
Hey now, what's going on here?
So those are the ringleaders of the Sky Bandits. I'm surprised there's such a young woman too.
Now how about you shut your yap and start taking some good photos?
What are the chances of getting another scoop like this? So, how about it, Neil? Is this enough to help you write a decent article?
You bet it is.
I'm really grateful that you took us along. And would you mind if we took a picture of you while we're at it? What do you think, General Morgan?
Do as you like. The plan was successful thanks to your genius. In all honesty, this is truly something to boast about.
No, this was just the result of the accuracy of the Intelligence Division's analysis. And thanks to the cooperation of those of you standing over there.
What?
What do you guys, how the heck? What's going on exactly?
It's you kids again.
Hey look, it's Estelle and Joshua!
Bracers, why are you here?
Just for the record, I'll tell you, we infiltrated this place one step ahead of you. Again. And the entire hideout was subdued. We chased the fleeing Sky Bandits leader up this way. But I never would have guessed the Royal Army's patrol ships would be waiting.
Once again, you've overstepped your bounds.
With all due respect, General, it was because of them that our military strike saw this level of success. Therefore, shouldn't we in turn recognize their achievements?
Do as you wish. I'll leave the rest up to your discretion. I'll return to the ship and see what information I can get out of these Sky Bandits.
Very good, General. That old man's as stubborn as ever. He's not a bad person, he just lacks a little flexibility. Now decide, where are the other sky bandits and the hostages? The other lackey should be lying all over the place unconscious. As for the hostages, we have them waiting in the same room they were imprisoned in. I see. You have done this nation a great service. Please leave the transportation of the hostages and cargo to us. Let's move, Captain Almathea. Yes, Colonel.
Wait for me, Colonel. I'd really like to interview you kids, but this time the Colonel is top priority. But if we have another opportunity, I'd appreciate doing one with you too.
See you later, Stella and Joshua.
My. You had your whole shining moment uprooted and stolen just like that.
You got that right.
Don't let it bother you, Estelle. The Bracier's role has always been that of an unsung hero, so there's no real reason for us to stand out.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Dad always did make a point of staying in the background, too.
Really? I never noticed. Huh? Where is Dad?
I guess that's one problem we still have got to figure out.
Where is Dad now? What is he doing? And why hasn't he tried to contact us?
It looks like there's nothing else left for us to do here. In the meantime, let's get back to Bose and report what happened with the incident. We'll try and figure out what happened to your dad after that.
I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression about you was right. I knew that you would come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory. I don't know if we could exactly say the case was solved. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been so successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may have very well harmed the hostages.
Agreed, everything worked out because you infiltrated the hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done.
You really think so?
It's true the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested, but it's a bit vexing to know that there are some unanswered questions left. The man who appeared at the Valeria Lakeshore and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that there's a lot behind this incident that we don't know about. I guess we'll just have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's not really much we get left to do.
Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier.
I just hope that my work was worth the price of that grand Chardonnay.
Yes, in fact, there was a change to spare.
I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again.
Good day. Wow, nice that someone appreciates us.
I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural that the mayor's as happy as she is.
Now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people.
If you say so.
But I think it's safe to say that you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. You think so?
At any rate, please accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident. Here's the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very nice sum. And this is for me. Recommendation.
Isn't this a recommendation from the Bose branch?
Is it alright to give this to us so soon? Of course! It would be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it.
Thank you, Lugrin. We'll work hard so we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation.
Great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news.
Sure.
You're probably right. I wonder what on earth Cassius could be doing right now. Not contacting the guild is one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter.
Yeah, it's definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner in Bose, I wonder where he could have gone. Excuse me, please. Aren't you the receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter? You see, we've recovered some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits, and among them the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today. I appreciate you doing that, but wait a minute. Why is something being addressed to the branch when the airliner left Bose to begin with? It's actually addressed to the Roland branch. But aren't Cassius Bright's family members here? What? That's us, but... Oh, perfect! We contacted the Roland branch and they said you had come here. Here you are, this is the parcel. Estelle was given both the letter and the parcel. This letter? Yep, it's in Dad's handwriting. It's addressed to Joshua and I at the Roland branch. It seems as if he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh. Well, that's good to hear. So the parcel's from your dad too? No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad by someone else. Huh? That's odd. Yeah, the sender wasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Bye-bye. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping arrest those Sky Bandits. You Bracers sure do excellent work. And to think the clue would have your father was mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs and read the letter if you like. Thanks, Lucren. Well then, let's have a look at the contents, shall we? Do you mind telling me what you're still doing here? It's just plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Why'd your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind, so I'd never be able to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because... Oh, how heartless and cruel you can be to a companion who has traveled alongside you. And just who is it you have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Sky Bandits' hideout, I wonder. Alright already. You can be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Of course, I understand. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you've probably about finished with the jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you'll have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you can both succeed. Anyways, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work. And unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry the things turned out like this, but you should be grown up enough to not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working at Roland, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is a vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please give my regards to Sherazard and Ida. Cassius Bright. That seems to be like the type of letter your father would write. It touches lightly on things, but it's full of considerations toward the both of you. Yeah, it looks that way. The Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, it's still a ways off. Yep, about 2 or 3 months away. Which means this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to. Forget about that and let's focus on what's in the package. With an unknown sender, there's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself. But we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad. Why, don't you think of it this way? If it was a package delivered by an unknown sender about the time your father disappeared, the two might be related, you know. That's true, Olivier. Don't coax Estelle into doing something just to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually, though, Olivier does have a good point. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. Okay, let's check it out. Open the parcel. Inside was a shiny black hemispherical device. Also enclosed was a single memo with the item. What's this supposed to be? It's an orbment, although I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item the aforesaid group was carrying, so please take good care of it. Please ask Professor R to do the analysis of it when you find an opportunity. Okay. That's it? Yep, it looks like the sender didn't write anything else. Shara, do you have any idea who the K or Professor R might be? I hate to say this, but I don't have a clue either. Your father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. If this is the only thing we've got to go on, then honestly, I'm about ready to throw in the towel. What the heck is this black orbment anyway? From the shape alone, it doesn't look like it's anything intended for general use. Although it feels a little similar to a battle orbment. Even so, it's still quite different. A normal battle orbment has slots in which to install quartz. This one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact? An artifact? Precisely. An artifact is an orbment created by an ancient civilization. Artifacts are the model for our orbments produced today. They still occasionally discovered in ruins, and for the most part, the Septarian Church has custody over them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. But this one doesn't appear to be that old. It looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one almost seems like a black market item. Jeez, now look at what's happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Doesn't he know we're all worried about him? Estelle? Now he's got some sketchy item from an unknown sender. What the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Estelle. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking. How about we continue our journey? Huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? He said, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Yeah, he did say that, but... We've already managed to get recommendations from Roland and Bose, right? All that's left are Ruan, Zeus, and Gransel. Only those three. If we do jobs as we travel around to the other regions, we might hear something about where Dad is or what he's doing. I think we're just worrying ourselves for nothing, considering Dad's skills. And there's also the possibility that he may have even traveled abroad. But I think getting off our own duffs is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. We just might be able to find this Professor R too. Joshua? What? You're a genius! Estelle, what are you talking about? It's like killing two birds with one stone, or maybe even 10. Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So, should I consider that a yes? Oh, is it ever? Yes, triple yes. Trained to be a senior bracer as we travel around the borough, and exposing what that no-good middle-aged man has been doing in the process? I think you're somehow missing the point. It looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. Well, take care. I'm gonna head back to Roland now. That said, I'm still a little worried about you two. Are you sure you don't want me coming along? Give it a rest, Shara. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're going on this trip is to become senior bracers. It wouldn't be training anymore if you came with us. And if you didn't go back, the Roland branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We'll figure out a way to get things done. Well, if you insist. It's pretty rare for someone your age to be aiming for senior bracer status, so don't overdo it. And if you run into any trouble, contact the Roland branch. You got it? I'll come running no matter where you are. Sure, thanks, Shara. And the same goes for you. Don't get yourself too liquored up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Alright, I'll watch the number of drinks. Never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect the fair Shara. And why are you headed to Roland? Not to mention with Shara. That's because I've tasted all there is to taste of the local dishes here in Bose. And I thought it was about time I turned my attention toward another region. As for Roland's cuisine, I've heard the produce is just to die for, so that's what I'm looking forward to next. That's pretty much it. He says he wants me to introduce him to a nice restaurant and some lovely vegetables or some such nonsense. Since he's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming along under the condition that he go drinking with me at the bar. We'll never see him alive again. Olivier, I really hope you understand what you promised her. I could die for the likes of a fine woman and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. But after so many agonizing hours of consideration, I've decided to accompany the fair Sherazade instead. I think I'll be better off with you a safe distance away from me. Well, have fun, but I'm warning you, don't you dare make any trouble in Roland, you hear me? And here's another piece of advice. When Cher's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware. How dare you speak about your mentor like that, Estelle? And besides, Ina's coming along too. Yeah, and she's even worse than you. The gloves come off, you say? Is that perchance what you and Estelle were talking about before? Yes, Estelle said it best though. It was nice knowing you. Yes, it was a pleasure. Eh? The Roland-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Well, Ollie boy, it looks like it's time for us to leave. Come now. We'd better hurry and get on. Shara, wait, can't we not talk this over? I'd really appreciate it if I had just a little more time to think things through. Surely you're not getting cold feet already. If you consider yourself a man, then quit acting like a ninny. Eek! Have fun! See you later, Shara! Give our regards to everyone in Roland. Have a wonderful trip, you two. There they go. Bye, Olivier. Don't die. Alright, end of chapter 1, the disappearance of the lint. We're gonna go a little bit longer, and go through this cutscene as well as turn in the ring so I don't forget, and then we'll end. And that's about the gist of the Sky Bandit incident that occurred in northern Liberal. And to think that the bankrupt Kapua family drifted all the way here. You might be contacted by Liberal regarding the incident, so deal with it as you see fit. Yeah, it turns out I wasn't able to meet him in the end. It seemed like something else must have come up. Also, the connection with the Sky Bandits incident is still unknown, but it's clear that another power is at work here. Oh, that was Olivier. No, it's not like that at all. I've become acquainted with an interesting bunch. The food's great, and there's babes everywhere. This is unquestionably my kind of country. Maybe I'll just take up permanent residence here while I'm at it. Alright, there's no need to throw a fit. Anyway, see what else you can find out. Just don't get caught looking into things by the Chancellor. I'll contact you again, my dear friend. I love messing with that guy. He's just so fluffy and uptight and stuffy that I just can't help myself. A portable phone, huh? Weren't you carrying around an interesting gadget? Shara? The fact that you're carrying around an orbment that even the Z Central factory couldn't create, well, how about you tell me who you really are? Come on, Shara, don't treat me like I'm some kind of stranger. I'm Olivia Lenheim, the wandering bard and gifted musician you've come to adore. But if you'd like to get to know me better, I'm sure we could arrange something. A little pillow talk, perhaps? How about we skip the foreplay and go straight to the climax? Your cheap antics don't fool me, Olivier. Or should I call you Mr. Erebonian Operative? It looks like the title Silver Streak isn't just for show. So, I guess you were pretending that you didn't know us in front of Estelle and Joshua, huh? I don't want those two, I don't want to worry those two any more than they already are. So, back on to the subject at hand. Why don't you start talking? Who are you, and what are you doing in Liberl? Before that, I'm going to have to correct you on 2 points. First of all, these cheap antics are, as you call them, are totally natural. I'm not play acting or anything. This is just who I am. Oh, I'm sure. So do you mean to tell me that you drank the wine without paying just because you felt like it? And after that, being taken to the Haken Gate so you could gather information was all part of that plan? You even set yourself up to run into us. I don't think so. I'll leave that part to your imagination. The other thing I must correct you on is that this device is not an ornament. It's an artifact which was unearthed in the Empire. It can piggyback off any orbital communication system and the transmission can be encrypted, so there's no worry about them being intercepted. It comes in handy for a busy man such as myself. An artifact? Like one of the sacred relics the Septian Church has stewardship over? Now I'm all the more curious to know what you're after. Oh no, Shara. You should never try to pry into the secrets of a mysterious beauty all at once. How would you like to get to know a real woman? I'd be more than willing to show you my whip. Shara, I don't see any humor in those eyes. Well, jokes aside, you really should have just been straightforward from the beginning. As you may have figured out, my position is that of an operative in the Empire. But I have no intention of sabotaging anything or stealing classified information. I merely came here to meet a certain person. A certain someone. Yes, someone you know all too well. The one lauded as a supreme swordsman and master strategist by the Royal Army. The Bracer was a special title belonging to but 4 people throughout the whole of the entire continent. The Divine Blade. Cassius Bright is the one I seek. Chapter 2. Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Let's see. If we're going to travel around the entire kingdom, then our next destination is Ruan region. I wonder which route we should take to get there. About that, so you're really not planning on using an airliner? I think it's going to be quite the detour if we head there on foot. You remember what Shira said, right? We need to walk and actually see the places we protect first. Or was it Dad who said that? Well, I guess we have some time on our hands. It wouldn't be a bad thing to head there on foot. We could save money if we could save the money it would cost on an airliner. Great idea. We could use the money we save to go shopping at the Bose Market. After all, we didn't have time to spend shopping around leisurely during the whole Sky Bandit mess. And then we could leave after that. So what do you think? I don't care either way, but try not to waste too much money. Just so you know, in order to enter the Ruan region, we'll need to pass through the Crone Pass to the west. Once you're done shopping, let's head through the West Gate. Okay, the West Gate, right? Alright. Let's check in over here. Yeah, I think we ended up missing one issue of the Liberal News. Oh well. That's fine, this isn't a 100% completion run, so it won't matter. And then... whoop. Let's turn in. Excuse me, you're Lana, right? Yes, that's right. Is there something I could help you with? Actually, we found a ring that looks something like the one mentioned on the job request at the guild. If we could, we would like to have you take a look at it. Really? Truly? Oh, who would have thought this would ever come back to me like this? So there's no doubt that this is the ring that was stolen. No, this is the one that was stolen, all right. It was a memento from my mother. I would know it anywhere. I see. It must be really important to you then, right? I had almost believed that I would never see it again. I don't know how I could ever repay you for finding this. I'm just glad we could help. So I guess our work here is done unless there's something else? No, that's all. And once again, thank you for finding this for me. Well then, if that's all, we'll leave you to your business. Have a nice day! Alright. Back to the guild, so we can turn in real quick. Fifth class, Haze. Nice. If I remember correctly, wasn't I think haze is actually pretty good. Alright, no new quests over here. Let's go unlock some orbment slots. Alright, so what was haze again? Enemies become unaware. That's right, they won't try and chase me. Alright, yeah. And it's an earth thing, right? Yeah, it does have some earth in it. Let's go with hit. Quartz. Might as well make some, considering we've got a bunch of extra. Actually, hold on. Now, actually, I think I will go with the. We'll go with poison and keep cast because he is still doing aerial. Actually, you know what? Nah, let's go with attack and then blind. There's antiseptic again. Temporary forensic casting of art. Oh, mute. Okay, good. Alright. Well. This is where we are going to end. Alright, thanks everybody for coming and watching. This is, oh, pretty much right at the 3-hour mark. So, next time, we are going to be heading to the Rouen region, and as you can see, we now only have 2 people in our party. Again. So, it's going to be a bit of time before we, you know, go and see our lovely friends Shara and Olivier again. But next time, we are going to head to the new region and hopefully make some new friends as we work on becoming senior bracers. So, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, those of you who watch live and those of you who watch the VOD. So, take care, and I will see you all next time. I will miss trapping people in the city with my body standing down. I'll miss you guys. Anyways, bye!